All right, diving right in today. We're looking at the Minecraft Snapshot 25w09a.
Cool.
Yeah, we got all our notes together, ready to go.
Sounds good.
We're going to break down what's new for ya, what's changed,
Okay.
what it all means, for the game,
Hmm.
some fallen trees, some SNBT tweaks, all that good stuff. The mug fixes.
Right.
This snapshot, you know what I think is interesting about it?
What's that?
Seems like it's really bridging the gap between Java and Bedrock editions.
Yeah, definitely. That's something we've been seeing more and more of recently.
Yeah, and it makes you think, right, like, where is it all going?
Yeah.
Is this going to lead to, like, a more unified Minecraft experience?
Right.
Or could it, risk sort of homogenizing the distinct flavors of each edition?
That is a very good question.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to think about.
Yeah.
But for now, we can enjoy the new stuff, right?
Totally.
Fallen Trees in Java edition. Finally.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
Ah,
It's been, Java players have been wanting these. Yeah, they've been waiting for this.
for a long time.
For a long time.
You see them in Bedrock, and it's like, why not Java?
Right.
Now they're here. All these majestic fallen trees.
Yeah. And all the different types. Oak, birch.
Oh, you know what's funny?
What?
There's short and long versions of the birch ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of quirky. You can find them, with mushrooms, with vines.
Uh-huh.
It just adds so much to the visuals of the game.
Oh, absolutely. It's all about the little details.
Right. It's like they're really leaning into the environmental storytelling.
Totally. It's like they're encouraging you to explore the world even more now.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what else? This one's small, but it's really cool.
What is it?
Leaf litter is replaceable now.
Oh, wow.
That's going to open up so many possibilities for builders,
Oh, yeah.
right? Imagine like,
Oh, all the details you could add?
yeah, like paths, incorporating it into structures, just enhances the natural feel.
Absolutely.
Gives players so much more control over their environments.
Right, it's like this tiny little change.
Yeah,
But it makes such a big difference in what you can actually do.
totally. And then there's the Firefly Bushes.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
You can find them near water in Mangrove Swamps now,
Mm.
and sometimes in the Badlands, but it's rare.
Interesting.
I think those are going to create some amazing nighttime scenes,
Oh, yeah,
Players will be able to use those for lighting effects.
definitely. You could probably even incorporate those into Redstone.
Oh, for sure. The possibilities are just endless with this stuff.
It makes you wonder, though, right? Are these,
Yeah.
just aesthetic additions?
Mhm.
Or could they fundamentally change how players
Yeah.
approach building and everything?
Yeah, how they interact with the world.
Exactly.
I don't know. We'll have to see what people come up with.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool to see.
Okay, but we can't shy away from the technical side, can we?
No, we got to talk about that, too.
We got to dive into those SNBT updates.
Okay, so SNBT,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
It's complicated, I know.
it's like a special language,
Yeah.
It lets modders and advanced players
Yeah.
really manipulate data in the game.
Mhm.
It's like writing instructions for the game to follow.
Right, right. And this update brings some pretty big changes to that, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I saw this thing about a new command line argument.
Uh-huh.
It's called render debug labels.
Well, right, yeah.
What is that all about?
So that's mainly for developers.
Okay.
Imagine you're trying to, find a tiny error
Yeah.
in a huge program.
Okay.
It's like finding a needle in a haystack, right?
Yeah.
This argument helps them see what's going on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it way easier to fix any problems with rendering.
So it's like they can see through the game.
Kinda, yeah. Like X-ray vision.
That's cool. And then there's changes to the data command.
Yeah,
I read something about heterogeneous lists.
right.
I'm not really sure what that means.
Okay, so imagine you're packing for a trip.
Okay.
You got your suitcase, right? Normally you'd pack all your clothes together,
Yeah.
then your toiletries and all that.
Right. Right.
But what if you wanted to pack a little bit of everything together? Like a shirt, a toothbrush, a book, all in one spot.
Okay.
That's kind of what a heterogeneous list does.
So you can mix different types of data.
Exactly, you can put it all in one list.
That's cool.
It gives modders so much more flexibility,
Yeah.
especially with data packs.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. It makes sense now.
Good.
And then there's even more updates, right?
Oh yeah, tons more.
Like with the number formats, omitting float parts, using e-notation, hexadecimal, and binary representation, all this stuff. And underscores in numbers.
Oh yeah, it's a whole new world.
It sounds like they're giving creators just a ton of new tools
Yeah, exactly.
to really fine-tune the data, right?
It's like going from a hammer and chisel
Yeah.
to a whole set of precision instruments.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And then there's the strings, right?
Oh yeah.
How those are handled, escape sequences,
Mm-hmm.
Unicode characters, restrictions on uncoded strings,
Right.
all that. That's got to be big for custom text, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like people making signs and stuff?
Yeah, think about the possibilities.
Yeah.
Unique signs, in-game stories, even like interactive elements.
It's pretty wild.
It really is.
Yeah, it really is. It's amazing to think how much has changed.
Yeah.
Even just in the last few years.
Really?
You know, this stuff wouldn't have even been possible back then.
Yeah, it really shows how dedicated the community is.
For sure.
Both like the developers at Mojang and the players who keep pushing the limits.
Yeah, totally.
It's pretty awesome.
Okay. But we can't get too lost in nostalgia.
Right, back to the snapshot.
We got to talk about the bug fixes.
Ah, yes, the unsung heroes.
The important but often overlooked stuff.
It's like maintaining a house.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you might be excited to add a new room, renovate the kitchen.
Yeah.
But those small repairs,
Right.
those are what keeps everything running smoothly.
Exactly. And there's a good number of fixes in this snapshot.
Yeah, like what?
Well, we already talked about the dead bushes on farmland,
Right.
which always bugged me personally.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
But there's also some fixes for end crystal beam issues,
Okay.
teleporting through end portals, even problems with the SNBT text components.
Interesting. So it's really all about refinement then.
Yeah, yeah.
Making sure everything works the way it's supposed to.
It's like they're saying, hey, we hear you, players.
Right.
We're working on it.
Exactly. They're listening to feedback.
Yeah.
And polishing the game.
Which is really cool to see. You know, it's funny. We were talking about how these updates give creators more control.
Yeah.
But it's not just about the tools themselves, right?
Right.
It's about the inspiration they provide.
What do you mean?
Like, what happens when you give a talented artist a new set of brushes
Okay. Yeah.
or a musician a new instrument?
Yeah, they experiment.
Exactly.
They try new things.
They push their boundaries. They create new ways to express themselves.
And that's exactly what's happening with Minecraft.
Totally. It's like every new feature, every tweak, every bug fix, it's all fuel for that creative fire.
Absolutely. And the best part is, you never know what people are going to come up with.
That's true.
It could be anything.
It's like a constant cycle, right?
Totally. A cycle of innovation and inspiration.
The devs provide the foundation, and the players, they build on it in ways that nobody could have predicted.
Right. And sometimes even the creators are surprised.
Exactly. It's amazing. Like a living, breathing ecosystem.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
You know, speaking of ecosystems, I think we should go back to those fallen trees for a second.
Okay, what about them?
They're not just a visual thing, right?
No.
They can actually impact the gameplay in interesting ways.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I can see players using them for it.
I bet you could use them as natural bridges.
Yeah. Or like woodland mazes.
Right.
Yeah.
And imagine them in redstone contraptions.
Oh, yeah. And the storytelling possibilities, right?
Yeah, you can find a fallen tree that shows signs of a struggle.
Like a battle happened there.
Exactly. Or maybe you find a hidden treasure.
Oh, that would be cool.
You tucked away in the trunk or something.
So it's like those little details become clues, encouraging players to explore.
And uncover the stories in the world.
Yeah,
It's a whole new layer of depth and intrigue.
I love that.
And that's what makes this snapshot so exciting, honestly. It's not just adding things. It's about how those additions affect everything.
Like dropping a pebble into a pond.
Yeah, exactly.
And watching the ripples spread out.
And speaking of ripples, what do you think this means for the future of Minecraft?
Ooh, good question.
We don't have a crystal ball, but we can definitely speculate.
Okay, I love a good speculation session.
All right, so what do you think this snapshot tells us?
Yeah. About where Mojang might be taking the game.
I mean, one thing that's clear is the focus on parity.
Between Java and Bedrock.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So I think we can expect to see even more of that.
More shared features, more mechanics.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about unifying the experience, right?
Exactly.
No matter what you're playing on. What about visually? Any predictions there?
Well, we've seen some pretty big advancements recently, right?
Yeah, ray tracing, better lighting.
Exactly. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe even more sophisticated graphical stuff.
Yeah.
Pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
Imagine like a Minecraft world with super realistic lighting.
Oh, yeah.
And shadows and details.
It'd be like a whole new dimension.
It would. It's crazy to think about.
And with how fast technology is advancing, it's definitely possible.
But what about the gameplay itself?
Oh, that's a big one.
Do you think we'll see any, like, huge additions?
Yeah, that's tough to say.
Or will they just refine what's already there? I think they'll be careful with the core gameplay.
Yeah.
You know, not to mess with what makes Minecraft Minecraft.
Right.
But that doesn't mean they won't innovate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see some new stuff.
Okay, like what?
Maybe new crafting systems?
Ooh.
More complex redstone?
Yeah.
Or even new dimensions.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be pretty cool, right?
Yeah. But we can't forget the community plays a huge role, too.
Right. Because that
Their feedback, their suggestions.
all of that influences development.
It's like this giant collaborative brainstorming session.
That's a good way to put it.
Everyone's contributing to the future of Minecraft.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
It's always evolving, always something new.
And always inspiring.
Absolutely.
You know, it's crazy to think it started as like this simple world building game.
Right.
And it's become this massive thing.
This whole universe.
With its own culture, communities.
Yeah, and its own language, basically.
Well, SNBT, yeah.
It's pretty wild.
And it just keeps growing.
I know, it's really a testament to the power of creativity and just how much people love that freedom to build and explore.
Yeah.
Express themselves however they want.
Without limitations, really.
Right, exactly.
And this snapshot, 25w09a, it's like a perfect example.
It really is.
Of how Minecraft keeps evolving.
It keeps surprising us.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen it firsthand. How like even small changes.
Yeah.
Like the fallen tree.
The SNBT tweaks.
Yeah.
They could have a huge impact.
They ripple outwards, affecting everything.
Gameplay, aesthetics.
Yeah.
Even the stories people tell in the game.
Exactly. It's crazy to think.
It really is.
It makes you wonder, you know.
What will people come up with next?
Yeah, like with these changes, what will we see?
What new building techniques?
New redstone contraptions.
Maybe even whole new genres of gameplay. Who knows?
And we can't forget those bug fixes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The unsung heroes, you know.
They're essential.
Keeping everything running smoothly.
Absolutely. Might not be as flashy.
Yeah.
But they're super important.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, you know, on 25w09a, we want to leave you with this thought.
All right.
What will you create?
Yeah, what will you do with all this?
How will you use these new tools
These new features
to shape your Minecraft experience?
Exactly.
You're going to build that sprawling woodland mansion.
Incorporate those fallen trees.
Or are you diving deep into SNBT?
Writing complex commands.
Crafting those data packs?
Yeah.
Pushing the limits of what's possible?
It's really up to you.
The possibilities are endless, really.
They are. That's the beauty of Minecraft.
It's a world of pure potential.
Waiting to be explored.
Waiting to be created and, you know.
So go out there.
Leave your mark on this world.
Make it your own.
And until next time.
Happy mining.